Welcome to the Degenerate Nation podcast. Don't change the station. It's the Degenerate Nation. Hello, good evening, Namibia, Cambodia, Vietnam. We're trending worldwide.
Worldwide! It's a worldwide homicide!
Yeah, man. Tell the viewers, the listening audience, how high we're ranked in Namibia today.
60-something. We got us up to 46 on the 27th, but I didn't check it until today, so we're not declining very much, despite declining quality as ever.
Yeah, quality all-time low, quantity all-time high.
All-time high. Namibians love period humor.
They do. That's why we're ranked number, you said 47th?
Yeah, we were not 46. I don't think we had been ranked in Namibia until we started talking about how vagina blood tastes like you're sucking on pennies. So they like that.
Cool.
Hey, whatever. We'll do more of that. It's like a live feedback type of maneuver, minus not ever emailing us ever.
Wait.
Yeah.
We got big news. Big news.
Big spanking news. Oh, thank you. Do it again. Psh, psh.
Wow, big spanking news. Someone finally emailed us.
Yeah.
An important someone, too.
That's right.
A legitimate someone.
Legit.
We're working out the details. The details are sort of worked out, but I don't want to spoil anything in case they, wise up and go, what the hell am I doing? This is a bad idea. And decide not to join the podcast with us. But, we're going to have a guest.
We're going to have a guest Wednesday, Earth time. Thursday, possibly, I think it's still Wednesday in Namibia, or it's like the middle of the night or something. So Wednesday, Eastern Standard Time, we're going to record at some time on Eastern Standard Time. And it'll be available in our part of the globe where we're popular, probably Thursday morning, early morning on your commute to wherever you work or don't work.
Or we record it and then you immediately post it?
I immediately post it, but there, a lot of people are 6, 8, 10, 12 hours ahead, 14 hours ahead. So it'll be available on Thursday.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Tomorrow, Thursday.
Next week. So 1 week.
We're talking about.
Set your watches and then fast forward it another 30 to 45 minutes from there. And then set it a week ahead. That wasn't confusing at all.
July 8th. Something exciting.
And then my degenerate birthday episode is July 9th. It's a back-to-back.
Ooh, a twofer.
A twofer. Turning 38 and it don't feel great. I wish my mom had never been late.
I'm very excited for the 8th. I'm getting an MRI on the 8th.
Wow, we're killing it. You're conducting the interview with our guests, and if they flake out, Jamie, we're getting fucking a hold of Jamie Mueller, and he's gonna remedy this. Jaime Mueller. That's
right.
Yeah.
That's right. That'd be great.
What's up with your bodies? Is falling apart at 30-ish, 30 something?
Yeah. I'm getting my knee checked out.
You getting scoped?
Maybe have a ruptured meniscus.
Oh fuck, dude! Not a torn one, but which is worse?
Idea, man. I don't know. They're gonna scan me and see what's up.
Are you gonna get donkey parts?
What's that?
You gonna get donk parts in your body?
Yeah, maybe if need be.
Nice.
I was asking them do I gotta go in the full tube? And they're like, yeah, you go in the full tube. I'm like, will you scan everything else while I'm in there? You got the camera on. I'm in the tube. Give me a good once over. But
yeah,
they don't do that.
They don't do that.
Silly.
Is it extra? Can't you just pay an extra $20 or whatever, like a copay, to scan your ball sacks?
No, probably not.
They're all right, Batman it, Batwing it, and you're just pulling. Okay, you're trying to pull your balls apart, and then they're perfect. Oh, that's divine. And then you come out, they're it looks good, everything looks good. We're gonna keep these photos, for personal use. Thank you for the extra $20, and no, you may not have the Batwing photos. These belong to us. Thank you. But it's your meniscus probably.
I don't know.
Shit,
whatever's
man.
in my knee. What? MCL, ACL, meniscus, all that stuff.
From Turkey Bowl?
Yeah.
And it just didn't I almost said grow back. What the fuck? I don't know anything about the human body or the human race or politics or sociology or like science or
No.
mathematics.
Why do people listen? I mean, I know it's not many, but I mean, apparently Namibia's turned on to us, so that's
Namibia
good.
is hard to us and wet to us. And if
Good.
you're okay, if you're new to the program, you just tuned in somehow from Namibia. Either you were searching periods or something about Trump or Corona, and you're like, I wonder what's happening in the east coast of America right now in the world, like what the vibe is like. And like, there's not a vibe. This is just talking about menstruation, and it's a menstruation nation, is what's going on. And she's off her shit. She's off her period now. She's not going to be as funny. No one of us is going to be as funny when we're off our period humor.
Probably not. Yeah.
So just strap in. Last time was a serious one. You can listen if you want. It's just my opinions on the world. And there's me the next day. Am I following through on it? No. Oh heavens, no.
You're gonna have to stall for time. I got an intruder. Hold on 1 second.
Intruder. Okay, and Luther Danger is back. He had a minor intrusion, but speaking of minor intrusions that were blown out of proportion, depending on your views on the Second Amendment or human decency or common sense, did you see in St. Louis area that this couple that we won't name but we'll tag, they responded to a nearby Black Lives Matter, was it a march or demonstration? And they had one had a fucking like machine gun, and the other hand, like the wifey had this like pistol or something.
Yes, I did see that. Yeah. So my understanding is the protesters were calling out the mayor, and were out front of the mayor's house, and it's like a private road, and these are like
Yeah.
the neighbors of the mayor. And there's a massive crowd, and they stepped outside with. He had a gun, she had a gun. No shots were fired. They just stood outside, kind of executing very poor gun safety.
Wasn't he like pointing it like up in the air and shit, and she's like pointing it to the side like fucking Charlie's Angels?
Yeah, she's just kind of holding it. I mean, those are the pictures. I didn't watch a whole video to see, but you know, they're at their house holding their weapons. That is not a crime.
Yeah, you can be on your yard with weapons, right?
Yeah, you can be anywhere with a weapon.
Can you point it at somebody?
You shouldn't. No, don't point a gun at someone unless you intend to shoot them and kill them. Don't shoot to maim. Never shoot to maim.
Don't shoot to maim. That's
a horrible idea.
That's a bad idea.
Yes, it's illegal to shoot to maim.
How can you prove that you shot to maim? You're like Harry, you're alive, and you're a terrible shot.
Yeah, I mean, if you shoot someone below the waist, I think you don't get attempted murder. That's just a little thing, but it's still a crime. But yeah, no, I mean, coming outside of your home to protect your house, like that's what the Second Amendment part of it is for.
Your palatial mansion with the weird staircase shit. I saw a picture of their house.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. They felt like they needed to defend their house. No one was shot. I mean, I don't think they needed to point the guns at them. I think that's just... Well,
like, didn't he had, like, I don't know about guns, because I don't like guns. They scare me. They make me think bad thoughts. But what kind of fucking gun did he have that she needed to be there, too? It looked like a machine gun.
An AR-15.
Not a machine gun, but... Why do you need this? Why do you need your scared looking wifey there with a pistol pointed all askew when you have an AR-15?
Well, even with a gun that has 30 rounds in one chamber, right? You still need to reload, so you need to have someone watching your six, I guess. I don't know.
You looked at her, right? And you know a bit about guns. Like, you fired guns before. You have a friend that has like a place that he goes to do that, and you've been there. And you also have a friend that went in jean shorts or short jorts with you to gun range.
I own a gun, yeah. I have a concealed carry permit.
Yeah. But so you know a bit about it. Would you look at that woman? I know it's just one or a couple photographs. Would you trust her as guarding your six with her stance and their general look and feel?
Yeah, it's kind of strange. It is a little bit weird.
I mean, Karen was packing there.
Yeah, I mean, she waved the gun around. She's pointing guns at people. Although, yeah, I mean, I don't like that she's pointing the gun at people.
Won't start nothing, won't be nothing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the thing. But like, don't. If you want to sit outside on your porch with a shotgun, go right ahead. No, any type of gun, doesn't matter. If you want to stand outside with your gun, that's fine. But you need to keep your finger on the trigger.
Right.
Like that's poor gun safety.
Are you supposed to
That woman was wrong.
She's totally wrong. She's like, I'm gonna fire this. It's gonna be a national incident.
Yeah.
And it would come to like the quote unquote nice neighborhoods, big time if she had fired a gun and someone got killed or hurt. It would have been game on. Like that was you mentioned tipping points with us like trending in Namibia, right? That's a tipping point, surely. But so is if that woman had fired her gun and hit somebody, like that would have been a like a severe escalation. That's the thing,
like I understand where they're coming from. You know, you see, it's peaceful protest, angry mob. There is a difference. I'm not saying that this group was an angry mob. That's not what I'm saying at all. No. But when you see a mob of people that, or a large gathering of people who are yelling at your neighbor, right? It's the mayor, but it's their neighbor.
Yeah.
They probably play golf together. Who knows? They live in the same neighborhood.
He probably helps him cheat on his taxes,
Yeah, you see a large group gathering outside their home. You're going to get nervous. I don't care who you are. You're going to get nervous.
Yeah.
And they want to make sure that nothing happens in their yard, Stuff isn't getting lit on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Statues aren't getting torn down. Like, that stuff's happening all over the place. I don't blame them for stepping outside their home.
Statues of himself.
With their weapons and making sure that there's a presence, right?
Yeah.
I do disagree with how she's handling the weapon. That's just...
I disagree with her being out. I don't think you need both of them. I feel like it just creates more like...
I have no problem with both of them being out. I have no problem with them. I don't care if they had a bazooka. It doesn't matter. It's their handling of it that matters. Like,
you're not supposed to put your finger anywhere near the trigger, right? You're just supposed to hold it.
Yeah, don't put your finger on the trigger unless you plan to pull the trigger. Don't point your gun at someone unless you plan to kill them.
What is the point of...
two of those things.
Maybe she did plan to kill him. I don't want to put intention in her blank head, but... Well, like, aren't you supposed to, like... I don't get why you're defending the yard and not the home by standing in front of the yard, right? And, like, not inside your house with the weapons, like, ready to...
I mean, the property line doesn't just mean inside your house, right?
Yeah.
Your property. Doesn't matter if it's outside, inside, doesn't matter.
I guess it would...
a nice fountain that they don't want tipped over, it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, I guess it would...
inside my house, it's still my property.
You'd be safer against a Molotov if you're out there with a gun instead of in your home. Did you laugh?
Yes, I did. I mean,
good. We need some laughter.
Nothing happened. Nothing happened other than some outrage that, the gun didn't go off. It very well could have.
Yeah.
With her finger on the trigger and her waving it around with a limp wrist, it seems odd.
It was that wrist looked like it hadn't given a hand job in 30 years. And she's holding a gun with that motherfucker.
I mean,
with that wrist.
I'm not gonna get into how many hand jobs she did.
Not with that hand. Maybe the other hand. Was it in her left or her right? Back into the left.
I think it was in her right hand.
Back into the right.
It was the mess. She shouldn't have been holding the gun that way.
Dang, man.
Or pointing it at people. It seemed like he was standing, the gun horizontal. I did see his hand was on the trigger guard. It should be up above the trigger guard, away from the trigger. But it didn't look from the photos, the couple of photos I've seen where he was pointing it at people. She was definitely pointing it at people with her finger on the trigger. Fuck her. That's a good way to get shot.
Yeah, for her to get shot or someone else to get shot.
Yeah, for her to get shot. If you had your finger on the trigger with the gun pointed at me, that's threatening my life and I can kill you.
Yeah. Can you imagine if that was like a a different type of situation. Okay, reverse, not reverse, but like if the homeowner was that was had the gun was a black female, and you're given the Second Amendment people are protesting potentially taking away rights or just anything, or even masks, complaining about masks, and they're walking through your neighborhood complaining about they're complaining about having to wear a mask, and she had done that, one of these Second Amendment dudes just go pop, then it's game over.
Oh, that's the thing that drives me nuts with like the NRA, where like how fucking bullshit of an organization that is. Where, like, what was the guy's name? I don't want to get his name wrong.
Zimmerman?
No. Yeah, they're big defenders of Zimmerman, but
yeah.
Philando Castile, is that his name? Yeah, Philando Castile. Right?
Yeah.
This was a guy who has a concealed carry permit, wasn't reaching for his gun, and just gets lit up, right?
By cops?
By cops, yeah. Philando Castile.
Yeah.
This is something that the NRA should have jumped all over, right? This is a law-abiding citizen with a concealed carry permit that was shot by the police. When he said, "I have a gun on me," right? You're nervous. You're getting pulled over by the police. I've been pulled over by the police.
Me too.
With a gun on.
Not with a gun, yeah. What did you say?
And hands up, and yeah, they asked me, did I have a gun? Yeah, I have a gun on my hip. My hands are up on the steering wheel the whole time, just like Philando Castile's was. And then he went to reach for his paperwork, and they just lit him up. And this is the same thing. Like, why isn't the NRA defending that guy? But they'll defend these people. And
why defend a guy that stalked a child? And okay, there was a fight that because you started it by stalking a kid in his own fucking neighborhood. Yeah, and then it's like, it was self-defense. Yeah, but at what point is it your fucking fault?
Right, and it's hard to be someone who is I don't know. I support the Second Amendment. I think a lot of these protesters should have guns on them.
They should totally have guns on them.
Right? Like, this is a good push. Like, this is why. When you're saying the police are at war with us and murdering us in the street, and the government's not doing anything, this is what the Second Amendment is for.
Yeah.
Right? If we didn't have the ability, we would be totally powerless.
Right.
We do have the ability to arm ourselves against our government, against our people, against shooting animals, whatever the hell you want a gun for. It is your right. It's not a favor the government grants, right? This is like designed in the Bill of Rights. Like, this is an important one.
Because they saw this coming. And at the time it was like a big deal.
Freedoms, you got a freedom to own a gun.
Yeah.
So own a gun, but when you're going to own a gun, be responsible. This woman was irresponsible.
Yeah, she was a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
If she was a gun cunt. Yeah. Gun cunt for sure. Now I'd say if you personally have a problem with guns or owning a gun yourself, like, dude, know somebody who does have a gun and is responsible with it, because if shit goes down, you want to be around that person.
Yeah. I mean, with guns, the reason I own one is because it's better to have one and not need one than need one and not have one.
Yeah. I mean, you got family and property. Those two things people want to defend.
I don't give a shit about the property.
Well, that's because you're not a fucking yokel.
I mean, people get shot in the parking lot of Walmart. People get shot inside, churches. People get shot everywhere.
Yeah, I ever tell you about that trucker dude that wanted to protect his truck with giving his dog metal teeth?
No, but he sounds like a degenerate.
He's a total degenerate, man. I think I've talked about the other guy, but I had a beer with one guy who was a former Klansman, and the other guy, they were both truckers, and this other guy talked about, and the reason I didn't get up right when he said he was a Klansman, it was like I'm a former Klansman, and he didn't shut up. I was like, well, I want to hear this out. I want to hear how he changed and stuff like that, But anyways, and he did change. Good for him, but he still was kind of a redneck. And the second guy was arguably a bigger redneck because all he talked about was fucking truck. And he's like, you know what I'd do with $10,000? And I'm thinking, like, he's not going to put in a mutual fund. So tell me, sir, what are you going to do with that $10,000? I'll get my dog fucking metal teeth so he can bite through any motherfucker fucking my truck. I was like, how long is this fucking train ride? All I wanted to do was have a Budweiser with some blue-collar folks, and it was like, I was like a no-collarer at that time. I don't think I had a job.
Yeah.
Crazy-ass shit, man. Bite through a motherfucker that fuck with my truck. I was like, and
weird,
you know what I said? It was like, this is my face. The listeners can't see it, but I was like, oh, well, I don't know if that would cost $10,000, though. You probably have some left over. He's like, well, shit. I was like, okay. I don't remember anything else from that conversation because I think I exited gracefully. Like, I let it, there be a lull, and I was like, all right, guys, it's been real, and went back to my, somewhere else on the train, anywhere else on the train.
Yeah.
They were, whites.
Rich white people.
Yeah, you ever encounter people that just talk about their property like it's like the end all be all?
No. Although I did hear about the guy who had the Nazi flag in Oklahoma, who someone went to tear it out of his yard and he shot the shit out of him.
Did he kill him?
Did you hear about? Yeah. Oh yeah.
Where? Oh God.
Let me bing it.
Oh. I hope that wasn't a black person.
Oklahoma woman shot while trying to remove Nazi flag. Let's see. Did he die? Or did she die? Let's find out. I hope not.
I hope not.
Oh, no. Oh, expected to recover. She
Woohoo!
was reportedly shot in the back.
In the back?
She ran away. Shot in the back and she ran away. Yep.
And when I said I hope she wasn't a black person, I didn't mean that one type of person is more special or precious or worth saving than the other. I just don't want there to be more directly racial violent incidents because it's too much. It's too much. Like, why are you putting a fucking Nazi flag in your yard in 2020 unless you're a supremacist, you know? We never had, there are some American Nazis, but the Nazi party never really took off here because they fucking lost the war. So,
yeah.
If you want to be a racist or a loser, sure.
They would occasionally dress up in black uniform with a red swastika armband. But he also said he mostly keeps to himself.
Yeah, Mace keeps himself because not a lot of Nazi friends around in Oklahoma even.
Yeah, I mean, but let's be honest. How fucking stupid do you got to be to steal a Nazi flag?
Yeah.
Like,
pretty stupid.
I mean, the woman shouldn't have been shot, obviously. But the guy's deranged, unhinged. Yeah. What the fuck are you thinking?
It's not woke if your brain's asleep. I'm sorry. That is very dumb. The way to do it is nowadays is you cancel them. You find out what their business is, where they work, and you cancel them. We don't condone canceling. But if you're a Nazi, I'm not going to be fucking sad that you got canceled unless the canceling you made you go on a rampage. And then
I'm not a fan of the cancel culture that we have. It's kind of fucked up. But again, I don't know what this old white man does. But
he's a spittoon trader.
I mean, he's only 44. He's got to work somewhere, right?
Yeah, not a lot of 44-year-old retirees in Oklahoma.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, the dude's a Nazi.
Was he it's like he's 44, he's not a Dust Bowl survivor?
No, he's 44.
He's not 94?
No.
Jesus.
I don't get it. But don't steal his flag. Like, that's just so fucking stupid.
It's an overreach.
Wait till night.
Don't
what
take.
What time of day was it?
It's hate speech, right? Like, is it hate speech? What have they defined it as that?
You're allowed to fly any flag in your own yard.
Okay, yeah, because
And
I've
I
seen some
support his
flags
right to do
before.
it.
Yeah,
You think
yeah.
he's a fucking idiot, but you have the right to be a fucking idiot. If you want to fly a flag, fly a
Go
flag.
beat him up. Don't,
Go nuts.
whatever you want. Beat him, beat up, not
Yeah,
beat up. Go beat up Nazis. That's fine. But make sure
yeah.
they're a confirmed Nazi, as in they have a flag
I
or a
mean,
patch first.
I hate that I'm defending, a Nazi, but you know, if you want the guy who wants to fly a flag, like I don't give a shit,
Well,
right?
you don't give a shit because you know you have a look that wouldn't necessarily lend itself to being a stranger of that era. But
Okay.
you don't look
Oh, I'm getting another intruder. Hold on a second.
okay. Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry, had another intruder.
But you didn't wave your AR-15 at her or him or whoever. It.
I did not. I just tucked them back into bed. They're upstairs yelling that they can't sleep. So.
Well, when you're younger, you don't have the utter resignation of like, oh, this again, you know? You just like you scream, or you cry, or you like, hey, what the fuck? Why can't I sleep? Mommy, I can't sleep. This is bullshit. Where's my bear? Where's this? Blah blah. But when you're an adult, it's like, where's my pills? Why can't I sleep? Should I have more wine? Why won't anyone fuck me? You know?
Yeah, absolutely. So, what were you talking about? We were all over the map, talking about gun stuff.
Guns and Nazis and
briefly touched on cancel culture.
yeah, cancel culture. Let's get
Okay.
to that. What are your thoughts on the existence of cancel culture first off, and if and when it should actually be applied?
I mean, I'm all for voting with the almighty dollar. If you
Yeah.
don't like something, don't buy it. Right? If you disagree with something, don't spend your money on it. Like, I'm all for that. I think the retroactive canceling of things is weird.
Yeah.
Sometimes hypocritical, sometimes stupid, or when you got people that are, I don't know, being inclusive and having representation and getting shit on because it's not enough representation. What do you
Yeah,
want,
those
man?
ones are like those are nuts, and that or the wrong type of inclusion or the wrong type of representation. And it's like this is a stereotype. Okay, fine. We just won't show any people that look like this person this character we were trying to create. Fine.
Yeah. Where are all the left-handed trans women, huh?
Yeah.
Where are they?
There's no one in the Avengers that's left-handed and trans and a woman. It was born with male genitalia, but is biologically female because you can't say that they're not biologically female because the brain is part of the biology. And okay, I agree with that.
I'm not even gonna tackle that. That's a whole other thing that I don't know. You want to be if you're trans, be trans. If you whatever.
I don't think they have a choice.
Right, but I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's not. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you are what you are. Yeah, so we acknowledge it. Degenerate Nation acknowledges what you are. What you say you are to us is what you are. But the characters have to fit into the world, or the world has to fit into the characters. Like you're like shoehorning someone in a show that didn't have it before doesn't make the show diverse.
Right.
It doesn't, because it's the same
Right.
creators, the same stars. So are they suddenly more diverse, or did someone tell them to add somebody like, hey, have a buddy in your neighborhood, let this new person in, make a different show around that fucking character? If you want a character, they're pussies. They won't fucking put a character that they supposedly want on a show because they think it won't sell. So they shoehorn the other character and they sink the show. Because no one gets what they want. No one gets their nut. Nobody.
Yeah.
Ooh. What do you think of the Blackface cancellations, though? I feel like those are good.
Oh, like 30 Rock pulling a couple episodes where they had
Four,
Blackface and all that.
four. Way to go, Tina Fey. Four in the 2010s or like slightly earlier. That's embarrassing.
Right, but there's a difference in.
No, there's not. I'll let you finish.
No, there is a difference in acknowledging that within the context of the show, that the blackface is like wildly offensive, and acknowledging that. No, there isn't. Okay, what about It's Always Sunny when they did blackface?
Definitely not. I was surprised that it took a while to go. Like that was the first thing I thought of. First show I thought of actually.
Did they remove it?
Yeah. The very first things I thought of were It's Always Sunny and Karl Malone on the Man Show.
Yeah,
and
I don't know, man.
These creators are by and large white liberals. Some of them men, or many of them men, like Rob McElhaney and from It's Always Sunny, and Tina Fey is not a white man, obviously. White woman misspoke. White woman, and Jimmy Kimmel. And that one was clearly like not worth it. Like there was no value in it. I'm not saying people didn't laugh or I didn't laugh or whoever laughed when it came out in like 2001 or whatever the fuck, but 98, 99. But we're past that now. So I mean, we're tearing down statues. Why we can edit out jokes.
Yeah, I guess.
If it's offensive, if it's racially offensive by portraying another race with the skin color, that's.
Oh wait, no! Be careful with what you're saying there.
Chappelle, yeah, the same thing should happen to Chappelle and White Chicks.
Chappelle, White Chicks, Eddie Murphy did.
Eddie
SNL.
Murphy, yeah.
Like, no, I'm not for that. No, because it's fucking funny.
Not all the
It's
time.
funny.
Try to watch that Karl Malone bit now, though.
Was it Eddie Murphy or Chappelle who did Mr. White and went around? He went to a bank and they just handed him a bunch of cash.
Oh, that was Eddie Murphy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a funny fucking skit.
That was.
All right.
I laughed at that, but
we have to erase it from history.
I'm not a Black Lives Matter activist that's going after like history, or actually more so it's like I'm not a creator that's hiding from my past by half-ass apologizing and getting it removed while keeping the rest of the episodes intact to appease people. Instead, I'm like, look, this was my art at the time. If you want to remove it, but this was my art at the time. I've progressed as an artist since then, or my views have changed, or whatever the fuck. I don't know what you do. I just know that me personally, I haven't like, you know what we need here in this scene, ready, partner? Some blackface, like, or some white face, or some Hispanic face, or Indian face, or whatever. I just think like there's better ways to do something. Was the Eddie Murphy one a great example of something that actually reverse something culturally? Does it seem to work better that way? Black onto white? Yeah, maybe it does, but maybe that's because white people don't have the necessity, so-and-so, or so-called necessity to get offended by everything. Because, like, Italians were oppressed when they got here, Irish, same thing, but it just kind of all blended together at a certain point. And they're like, oh, you're white now, it's fine. Like, we don't, like, have problems with that just because of our skin tone. Like, and that's all it is. There's not a ton of difference between people across the world. Just their customs and their language and their skin tone and what they eat, not who they are and their souls. So, yeah, if we lose one episode of It's Always Sunny and The Office, I was kind of happy to hear that they had to get rid of an episode. And four episodes of fucking 30 Rock, like, how is that not canceled entirely?
I don't know.
4. How does that happen in the writer's room?
I don't know.
If you have one black writer that's looking like, dude, I like this job. That's a good skit, and you're like, fuck me.
I don't know, man.
You have a black actor on your show, Tracy Morgan, and you're doing blackface. Like, it's not like you're like you have to play in for a character or something. Like, you think if It's Always Sunny had a black actor in the main cast, they would have come up with a skit where like Rob McElhenney dons blackface and Caitlin Olsen dons blackface?
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Would it have been? Would it have still been canceled? The episode?
Yes.
Yeah, probably. So you think they shouldn't really?
Are you saying they don't have any black writers in the writer room?
No, I think they do. I think they did at the time. Depends on what season it was, you know. I mean, are they gonna have to have like an arbiter at every in every writer's room now to like approve of everything that won't offend anybody? Like as a result of things like this. Like, some people can't play nice, you know, and they have to ruin it for everyone else.
I don't know, man. I think it's dumb. I think it's dumb.
Canceling things or doing the blackface?
Specifically pulling those episodes. I think it's stupid.
I mean, that's a fair. You're entitled to your opinion. I just think it's like, if it really truly offends enough people that have felt put upon for
how many?
a
Wait,
while.
wait. Quantify that. How many people must be offended for something to change?
A higher percentage of them that vote for Trump, that vote for Republican. So like 9% or more. If 9% or more are offended, then like yeah, get rid of it.
Well, what party has to be offended? The
only
party that the joke is directed at, or all people?
Only the people that it's directed at.
Okay, and then the majority of that minority, if you will, say there's 1,000 people.
Yeah, 1,000 people. Oh, thank you for
them.
making it easier for our audience.
Yeah, so say there's 1,000 people in general population.
1,000 people in Gen Pop.
100 of them are purple.
Okay, purples. Yeah, those damn
and you're
purples.
Making a purple joke. So you're saying if 51 purple people are offended, you should remove that joke from all history?
From all history?
Yeah, or whatever. Just remove the joke. Remove the thing.
Okay.
You should make a change to accommodate those 51 people. That's what I'm asking.
No.
No? But that's what you just stated. That if enough people of that group are offended, then it should be taken away. It should be changed. Whatever it is.
I mean, if you can edit it, sure, but you shouldn't remove, like, the show entirely. If it's a movie and you move this scene and it doesn't work, I don't know. Like, Gone with the Wind, the depiction was the problem, and not, oh, this is blackface. It was the depiction. And so they're censoring a movie that came out in the 30s and won Oscars. It's like, okay, why are we changing this instead of like changing the way we represent people moving forward? And you could, I agree with the disclaimer or whatever. That's fine, but
you said if enough people are offended, we should change. And I'm asking you to quantify it, and it's very difficult to do. And let's talk about the Redskins not changing their name.
Does purple represent black?
Purple represents whatever the offended
Okay, black.
group is.
Okay, black. African American. Purple, African American. If it's 9, then get rid of it. Because the Trump supporters are like, I probably know all the black Trump supporters. It seems like it's 9% or 8%. Like that's absurd. It's both absurdly high that anyone would want to support him, and also absurdly low that it's of a certain demographic. A very small percentage supports one side, whereas the rest of them just support the other side. That doesn't make any sense to me. It's like, what has one side done for everyone that we're to 90%? I don't get it. Anyways, back to what we were talking about. I don't know. I'm really torn. I think like maybe a disclaimer instead of tearing the episode down. Like,
Maybe. I mean,
Well,
it's taken down off of some streaming services. Does it really matter? No, nothing's being canceled. Everyone's still got money. Who cares?
yeah, the trigger alert thing or whatever, trigger warning, they have that for mental health, like suicide depictions and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think we should get rid of those too?
Yeah.
We're gonna talk more about that next time.
Yeah.
Issue 4. Bye bye.